Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Got a rad show ahead of us. Got my pals from Burning Slow with me. Still got a couple of the members that are joining us. They're running a little late. But I do have, one of the percussionists, Colton, here with me.
We're on time over here.
Right. Pull that mic closer to you, man, so the people can hear you. We're just talking back, Colton and I go way back. We played in a band together back in 2015, and I guess one of the last correspondents, Colton asked me to pick up a bottle of tequila for him or something.
Maybe
Maybe
like you did.
Did I don't remember. That was 2015.
I hope I paid you back for it.
Yeah. I'm sure that was one of our practices or something
Probably.
back in the Monkey Sphere
Probably,
days.
yeah.
Yeah, because Colton and I played in Monkey Sphere together, and I think probably the last time we've even seen each other is our last show.
Yeah.
When we played with Voodoo Glow Skulls and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Way too long, man.
That was our last show.
It was.
Crap. That was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
It was Tartar Control. I want to say Boss Riot and Voodoo Glow Skulls. I could be wrong. I think it was Boss Riot.
Probably
I
more
don't know.
correct than me.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, back in the days though, that was some fun shows. We played some fun shows,
A
man.
lot of fun shows.
Yeah.
Monkey Fear was a great time.
It was.
All the energy. Pick it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember that time we played at Flamingo Cantina in Austin?
Heck yeah.
And then it was like us, Revolutionoy, who was the other band, Dallas band? Was it Shaka? Yeah, Shaka.
It was probably Shaka. I think
It was-
they were like down in Austin at that time. So
Yeah. It was us, Revolutionoy, Shaka, and one of the bands from Austin.
That
But
was our little Texas run.
yeah,
We did like Austin, San Antonio.
Austin, and I think that was Austin. It was the Austin and San Antonio, not the Corpus one that we did. But yeah, it was like 3 Dallas bands and an Austin band.
Yeah.
And all these people from Dallas just randomly drove up, to see it. And it was just like basically a Dallas show in Austin.
Yeah.
And it was so hot in
The whole
there.
scene down there.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite show, like Monkey Sphere show we did.
That's a great club.
Yeah. That place is amazing. Yeah. So, we'll wait for the rest of your bandmates to get here. Enough Monkey Sphere talk. We'll get into some Burning Slow. We'll get into that. So, I'm going to go ahead and get stuff started off with Burning Slow. While we're waiting for them to come in here into the studio, we're going to go ahead and start playing some stuff from them. So, I'm going to start this out with their song Hard Times. And then when we come back, they will be here and we'll get into it. So, yeah, this is Burning Slow with Hard Times on Kick Push Radio.
It's all going to work itself out.
Lay low, watching the sunrise, and we'd be passing out late onto the moonlight. But I said that if you wanna kick it, it could be that kind of night. Just gotta pass it to the left. Cheers to the hard times. Yeah.
And, of course, we started out with Burning Slow, Hard Times. So, speaking of Burning Slow, I got the guys from Burning Slow right here in front of me. What's up, guys? Good. If you want to go down the line either way and introduce yourselves and, what you do in the band.
All right, Colton here, percussion. Having fun.
Cody, I'm the guitarist.
Matt, vocals and guitar.
I'm
Right
Colin.
up on that mic, too.
I'm Colin, and I play drums.
Right on. So, how long has Burning Slow been together? How long have you guys been around?
Me and Matt formed the band in 2011,
Uh-huh.
and we've been at it ever since. We've had our shares of ups and downs, our shares of band members, and things going horribly wrong, and some things going right, and now we're here. I mean,
Right
You
on.
learn the best from your mistakes.
right.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So, I understand there's a couple more of you guys, too, right? That are not here?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are missing Jeremy Lee, which is our pianist, dash saxophone guy, everything guy.
Right
And
on.
then we're also missing our bass player, Renzo Franco,
Right on.
which he's like a Peruvian guy from. Is he actually from?
He's from Peru,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
actually from Peru. Yeah.
We never know where he goes,
Yeah,
man.
he's-
Right.
Yeah.
He jumps
travels,
from
like,
Mexico to Peru. I don't know
He's all
exactly
over
where
the
he
place.
comes
He's
from.
blessed with that no kid situation.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
Right.
that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Does
You can do
what he wants.
that. So, you guys primarily play, reggae, stuff like that. What is the inspiration behind that? What got you guys into play reggae?
Yeah, so like Cody was saying, we were on Warped Tour in 2011. We were on Warped Tour in 202011, and then
Choke up like you mean it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. These mics are kind of quiet. You gotta almost make out with the mics over here.
nice mics over there. So yeah, we were playing in 2011 on Warped Tour. We used to be signed to this record label, and it wasn't Burning Slow. It was just it was a solo band thing, and the label we were signed to just put us on there, and we had to just find band members randomly. And we went on tour with the Expendables and things like that, like Pacifier, all these great reggae rock bands. We never heard that type of music before. So whenever we heard that type of music, we were like, man, it goes from reggae to rock and then back to reggae. The transitions were the best part.
Yeah.
And it was just a mind-blowing situation at that point. And then so we heard that. We got off the Warped Tour. We did about 30 dates. And we, switched band members, and we tried to kind of form the sound that we have now. And now we have the best group of band members that we've ever had.
Right
which is
on.
awesome. And we just kind of love that genre. Had to learn it along the way, so it's been a few years now.
Yeah.
And now it's forming the way it should.
Right
So,
on.
yeah, and we love it. It's great. There's just the whole like going from reggae to rock and back to reggae.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, and it's not even just reggae rock. There's like this Incubus and Red Hot Chili Pepper vibes too. It's just
Right
a
on.
multi-genre thing,
Yeah.
something nobody's ever heard before.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
kind of the point, I guess.
Yeah, I totally got that when I was listening to your stuff. Like it is. I was almost kind of expecting, just straight reggae. Just kind of slow, mellow reggae. And yeah, it's not it at all. It does kind of go all over the place and everything. It's pretty rad. I like that.
We
So
don't really do anything super straight.
yeah.
We kind of go to practice.
Expected.
That's the great thing. Like we get to again, the band members are the best like right now. So, and we're all so talented that he comes up with an idea, and we just roll with it.
Right on.
And we all have good inputs, and we just have that freedom to create whenever we're practicing.
Right.
So yeah.
So not like one of you specifically is like the primary writer. Everybody kind of writes and contributes and everything. Right on.
Yep.
Awesome, and that kind of brings a cool mix too, right? Like
It really
kind of
does, because we have
That's the point of the genre that we're trying to create,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody has different influences
Uh-huh.
around this table, especially. And I mean, everybody's actively like played in bands and had their fair share of doing stuff like that. But coming together and actually making something, it's usually just. It could start off with a simple chord progression. It could start off with a drum fill. It could start off with anything.
Right.
A sound on a sample pad, some lyrics, just whatever. So it's really cool to get the guys like actually like we're actually fortunate enough we actually have a studio to rehearse in. So if something does,
Shout out Strong Sound Studio.
Shout out Strong Sound. If something does go well, though, we can, hit that record button and try to
Right.
get as much as we can as far as creativity goes.
Right.
And then from there, it's just whatever sticks, really. Like, if somebody's like, nah, that doesn't work. We trash it and we just keep rolling with it until something does happen.
Right on.
Yeah, I think a lot of our stuff is everyone plays a lot of different stuff. So like we're all multi-instrumentalists. So Matt plays drums and Cody will play bass and I'll play a little guitar and our key players playing sax and keys and bass and guitar. So a lot of ideas just kind of happen because somebody had some random idea that they bring to a practice. Like, hey man, you're better at this than me. Can you take this and we'll meld it into something cool?
Well, and Colton as well. Colton's been the last piece, and he also plays drums.
Yeah.
Now he's doing congas and sample pad and like all the extra, like everything that just fits everything together.
Right on.
So that's why we have the dream team now.
That's fun because Colton, you remember when we played a Monkey Sphere? I played a theremin, and then I started playing like for a little bit. I did like the bass drum, the big like marching bass drum, and like we just experimented with all kinds of crazy stuff. But
that's the coolest
That's
part.
kinda rad.
It's the
That's the way-
creativity.
Those
Yeah.
Tropodelic vibes.
yeah.
Started doing the marching shit. Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I apologize.
So you
Forgive
said
me, yes.
you guys pretty much like play a lot of different instruments. Like when you're playing shows, y'all ever kind of switch out and do things like that? Like
So last was it Friday? So Friday. So we do these things called fam jams. I don't know if anybody knows about a fam jam, but
not.
usually it's a big thing in the reggae community. So you at the end of the show, say they ask for an encore or something like that, we all get together and we just switch instruments and play a groove and then come up with stuff.
Right on.
That's why they call it a fam jam. You just kind of
gotcha.
jam with your family, and then
Right
you just
on.
figure things out. And it usually turns out to be the coolest moment in the night.
I think there was like 3 Ghost Wave members on mine.
They're all in the con.
Yeah, there was like 3 people on his congas on Friday.
that's awesome.
Rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah,
And
I played drums. He played drums.
Yeah.
He played drums.
I
played
always
guitar.
jump on the drums. I'm
Yeah.
always like, let me play the drums at the end of the night.
Yeah, I played guitar. He danced with his lady, and then he came back on stage and played drums.
They told me that. I really don't
And then the band
know much
before
about
plays on our
that.
instruments. Yeah, and it's great, man. That's the
Yeah.
funnest part of the night. I
That's
think
rad. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, how about we play some music
Run it.
stuff? So this next one I want to play with you guys is "Loosen Up." What is this song about?
So Loosen Up we wrote shortly after COVID.
Helsinki, let's go, man.
And
Yeah.
it was kind of about like getting rid of that negative mindset of like nothing's ever going to change. We're all just going to be locked
Yeah.
down forever, and pushing forward to get yourself to do more.
Right on.
So
right
it's
on.
kind of it's supposed to be like a highly like motivation kind of song.
Yeah.
It was like it says, loosen up part.
It was
just
a
party
good
and
time song.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a interesting little fact about this song too, right?
I don't
What's
know.
the
I put my daughter, when she was
Yes,
6
Scarlett,
at the time,
Uh-huh.
put her in there saying just some words, and it's kind of random, but it fits. It's in the bridge area, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
But were you saying that this is played somewhere, like especially like
Oh, it's
a lot?
yeah. Right now
it's a
it's
big
popping
hit.
off in Finland.
A big hit in Finland.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out to our
rad.
Finnish homies. I hope you're listening.
That's awesome. So yes, let's hear it. Finland's #1 track right now. This is "Burning Slow" with "Loosen Up" on Kick Push Radio.
Yeah.
This is KNON now, streaming online from Dallas, Texas. We are the voice of the people.
There's something stuck inside you. I can see it in your eye. You afraid to stay and it makes no sense. I know you know it ain't right. You got a sickness weighing you down, bound to make you drown. Don't be a witness to your own demise, 'cause the cure is in your mind. Loosen up, no more pushing away. Burn it down, let it lay in the bed that you made.
All right, welcome back, Kick Push Radio. The last one you just heard, that was from Nike Skateboarding. That was the SB Chronicles 1 that came out in 2011. That was Eunice Armani's part with Beastie Boys. Here's a little something for you. Before that, we heard the Sonics with Psycho. Before that, we heard the Casualties with Heart Bleeds Black. And, of course, we started out with Burning Slow, Loosen Up. So, guys, Burning Slow. I want to talk about shows.
Okay.
Do you have, like, a really memorable show, like one of your favorite shows? I mean, you can even go down the line if you
Last
want.
Friday.
Like your
Friday
favorite
was
show.
Last
awesome.
Friday.
That's
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
One
tough,
of my
man.
favorites.
I mean, with the new lineup, last Friday was just a lot of fun just because there's a lot of people there. That it was just a very intimate situation, and everybody was just having a great time, and the vibes were perfect.
Where did y'all play at?
OHB Brewing.
Yeah, it's a
Oak
brewery,
Highlands-
just
Oak
a,
Highlands
just a
Brewery.
brewery, and just,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of love out there.
Right on.
But as far as like big shows, I mean, before the lineup we had, we played with all kinds of bands, Sublime with Rome, Afro Man, all these Afro Man, everybody, and things like that. I mean,
I'm not gonna get on another show copy.
Saving Abel. What other bands we played with, Cody? I mean, there's a lot. It's gonna have to go down the list. Pacifier, Bumpin' Uglies.
There's been a lot of
everything.
bands we played with, but like I don't know, every
They've all
show
been fun shows, but
Yeah.
this last one was just nice because there was a lot of love and a lot of people really
Right on.
like as a close community. Like really, we're just
Yeah.
Kinda
Sometimes
gave us
some
a
of the
new-
smaller shows can be the fun ones, like the most fun.
Well, even it was so weird because it kind of gave us new hope because we went and did so many dates at once for whatever reason. I guess we were doing it just to get paid so he could afford new
Purely
gear.
monetary.
Yeah.
But we did all these dates, and we're like, oh, this is gonna be great. And like the shows were just like kind of like, oh, okay, like this is not the greatest thing ever. And then you get to like last Friday, where we had the homie Ghostwave, shout out to Ghostwave, Denver, Colorado came in, and I mean he just brought like this new energy to the stage. It kind of put us in a different spot where we just kind of felt like things are starting to work now and that we're actually progressing forward. Yeah. At least for me personally, that's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's on East Side? Is that when you did with
we're about
Ghostwave?
to play that one.
Yeah, this. I know you're not supposed to choose favorites, like picking a favorite kid, but I think from what I've heard,
Hey, to be honest, man, you're not wrong at all because
It's one of our favorites.
it's one of our favorites, and then a lot
I'm
of
not even on that song.
so that's a good example. So on Friday we played that song and they loved it, and everybody was like singing all the words. That's the best thing. That's the best feeling when you're on stage and everybody's
First time I
singing the
got to
words.
play that.
That's rad.
But yeah, that was
the second time.
okay.
Second time.
But this time,
First time.
this is after we've recorded it. But yeah, the guy that's on the second verse, he features with us, and he's from Ghostwave.
Right on.
And they're awesome. Great band from Colorado. So he got to get on stage with us on Friday and just, deliver it. He delivered, and it was awesome. And the vibe was great. Everybody was just cheering after his verse. So it was a great night. Yeah.
I'm gonna check out more Ghostwave. I want to check out more of their stuff.
Yeah.
They're
He's,
coming up. They're good.
Yeah,
Kind of like that hip hop reggae. He has a lot of like rock vibes, but him and his drummer Mark LeBlanc,
Was old drummer.
his old drummer.
'Cause now
were
Mark's down here.
Project 432, and they played with bands like 311. They did like all the big festivals and stuff like that.
Right
So it's
on.
been really rad to connect with them. Mark LeBlanc's actually going to help us with our next record.
Okay.
That we're about to do, so that's going to be cool.
So yeah, so
Hopefully, thank
he's
you, Mark.
yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
And he mixed East Side and Loosen Up. Or
I just had to get off the phone with him. But no, he's a great producer, reggae rock producer and engineer. And now, since we've been doing it, we've had to do our own stuff all by ourselves. So, which is really cool, and that's awesome that we can do that. But it's also nice to have somebody that's in that genre that can do that with us. And so
it helps.
He's still like a part of the Ghostwave team. He still engineers and produces all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he's going to be sitting there doing all the future stuff with us. So now we have another team member. So
Right on. I mean, because it really does help. I mean, because if you go in and you're going into some studio and all they do is like country, and that's what they have an ear for, it's kind of makes it a little more difficult,
And
Yeah.
That does make it difficult because we all, like me, Matt, Colin, we're all like Waxahachie bound. That's where we live. We all have kids. We have families and stuff that we have to provide for. But a lot of those shows, like it's really weird, is we started getting all these country shows, but they're like, no, we want you to play reggae.
Well, we played this. There's this guy from I don't know if you know where Maypearl is, but Bart Crow sings this song "Wear My Ring." It's a big hit. It was a hit back like 10 years ago or so. And we do a reggae version of that just because he's local, because Maypearl's only like 15 minutes away from Waxahachie.
Yeah.
And, he watched us play that cover of his song and do it reggae, and he saw a video of it, and he's like, dude, have him open up for me. And so we do that song as well. I mean, we like to turn songs reggae like that aren't supposed to be reggae. That's kind of a fun thing.
Work really well going reggae.
Yeah.
And it works with the Ellis County thing.
Yeah.
It does with the Texas thing. It's
With all
definitely
Texas.
definitely harder to get paid the right way playing reggae, because I don't think people really know what they're paying for or like what that entails.
I mean, it is kind of a niche, genre, kind of thing.
In Texas, at least.
Yeah.
But now it's getting better though.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
The reggae community has definitely grown a lot.
Yeah, and there you can get into like breweries, like certain bars.
In Texas.
Yeah, certain bars, certain clubs. They look for that specific thing, and they're like, "We want this on this night," and so it's paved our way pretty well as far as playing shows.
So I know this is a weird. Oh, out of the blue too. I have to mention this. You mentioned Waxahachie. I know there's a group. They're trying to get a skate park built out in Waxahachie.
Yes,
It's gonna
I'm
happen.
actually part of that group. Yes.
Really? What is it called again?
So
I just
it's-
totally drew a blank.
I
know
voted, I voted for
my
it.
friend Alex
So
Lohman
I-
is doing a
just
big stuff.
Waxahachie
in-
skate park.
Okay.
And
Might
it's
call it
pretty
initiative.
much.
Yeah.
I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the 5th or 7th time they've tried to do something in Ellis County that just keeps getting
But
shut
now
down.
it's actually going to happen, right?
But it's looking pretty good. We got like everything's kind of growing and expanding, so
Right
that's
on.
pretty awesome. It looks like we're gonna get some rails up and some ramps up.
Awesome.
But,
Hope that happens.
Actually, if you want to get involved,
Give us some links, man.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I just off the top of my head.
I just wasn't expecting them.
I have, like I said, my buddy Alex Lohman is a big part of it out there.
Oh,
He's
okay,
trying to get a
cool.
post.
Nice.
So yeah.
What's up?
And
Yeah.
so another really weird random question I want to ask. This kind of comes back in the Monkey Sphere days when
go.
we were playing in a ska band. Is there still this weird tension and beef between ska and reggae bands? Like this weird thing?
I don't think so. That's two different things.
I mean, am I making that up in my head? Like, is that a thing?
We have like a ska
ska
part or two, like,
Uh-huh.
but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
The reggae rock is different from ska music.
Right on.
I think the biggest difference and the biggest bubble we run into is like people want this like traditional roots reggae,
Uh-huh.
and for us that doesn't feel natural because it feels like, I don't know, it feels like it's already been done and we're trying to do something
Yeah.
different.
So yeah, with roots reggae music, it's where it came from, like
Yeah.
the roots, and now what we've done is we've just changed it a
Yeah.
little bit. So that's what 311 did.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, you got to do your thing, make it
Yeah,
yours.
I mean, even people weren't having that for a while until
Yeah.
they got big. They were like, "Well, we'll do it on our own," and they did it
Yeah.
on their own. And then everybody wants a piece of it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing we're doing is we're just trying to make something different that nobody's ever heard before, but staying to those genres. So it's not roots reggae music. I
Yeah.
guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, we all have
Depends on
so
that.
many
Right on.
different influences. So, in its roots are reggae,
Yeah.
foundations, but we bring a lot of rock and a lot of funk, and sometimes a little jazziness from Jeremy on saxophone. And
Yeah.
So we kind of just like
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because it's just an idea that doesn't have to fit into a box. Because
I think that's rad. I think that's kind of
That's
Speaking
kind of
speaking
the,
of
the whole
ska,
vision. That's kind of the whole.
We
vision.
tried to have the Brokes, the guys who wrote your intro song.
Right on.
We tried to
Yeah.
have them on Friday, like the last show. And,
Yeah.
I guess some people didn't answer, so check your messages
Oh.
next time. Let's play the show, dude.
got to get over
Yo,
there.
man.
Come on, guys. Come on,
Tony,
Brooks.
Tony, love you guys.
I know Tony's listening. Come on, Tony.
Shut up, dude. Get it together.
So, we were talking about this song a minute ago, East Side. What is this song about?
So this song is about have you ever been like pulled over and like profiled, like just getting pulled over because you're in the wrong side of town or something like
Oh, yeah.
that.
just wrong.
You're
place,
just
wrong
driving at the
time.
wrong time,
Yeah.
wrong side. But what if you're not doing anything wrong and you're actually just driving the car? You're getting they just pull you over just because you're on that side of town or you're in that
Yeah.
area, and you're just it's like you're minding your own business kind of
Right.
thing. So we did that, and we also have a feature from Ghost Wave on the second verse.
Right
in
on.
this. So yeah, that's kind of what it's about. It's a bit like, hey, I'm just minding my own business. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm just being a normal person, living my normal life.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hear it. How about that? This is Burning Slow with East Side on Kick Push Radio.
This is KNON Now. Internet radio from the voice of the people, streaming from Dallas, Texas.
Didn't see me at the red light, sitting in my ride, just getting high. It's not like I'm doing a drive-by. I'm just down on the east side. Worry about yours and I worry about mine. I'm laid back, trying to live life. It ain't a crime just to survive. When you're down on the east side.
With Burning Slow, East Side. So earlier we started talking about shows and like your favorite shows and stuff like that. Yeah, no, and then ADD kicked in, something shiny went by, and like all that. Do y'all have any like crazy like stories from the road, or like any weird things happening at a show, or
wow,
crazy?
There's a lot.
The Bam Margera show we played.
What?
Oh yeah,
I want to hear about
We can't
this.
say the
That's
name
a
on the
good one.
radio.
Yeah, you can. Nobody cares.
Well, now you
Well.
can.
No.
Swear word.
There was one time we opened. Bam Margera had a band. It was called F Face Unstoppable.
I remember that.
with
Yeah,
the real word.
Yeah.
And we played, and they were all in their RV, just doing what they do.
It's a weird show.
They came out and then just started acting. I mean, it was fun. It was definitely some energy there. I'll say that much. But it was. I don't know. It's just it's kind of hard to explain. It was quite an eventful night.
It was a very weird energy show.
A lot of boobies were signed.
He had this guy that randomly drugged people up on stage and would like make out with them, and it was just like,
Really?
what are you doing? Dude, it was so weird.
There was the Afro Man.
I'd say a good one though.
Afro Man show. They were smoking ganj on stage. This is before ganj was acceptable.
Right. And
There's that.
on his rider, by the way, it actually said Colt 45 2 zigzags, like on his tour rider.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I mean, Warped Tour was nuts before we even
Warped Tour was
started burning
weird.
slow. We were like, gnashing our teeth with the water bottles we had in the car. We were
That was weird.
we were sleeping in our Suburban / trailer and things like that. There's been a lot of trips.
So when you did the Warped Tour, you actually went on multiple
30 days.
shows.
Yeah,
We
we
did
did
30
30
days.
Really?
Well, before, so the origination was, it used to be it was called the Map Rotor Band, which was cheesy, but it was because the label made me do it.
They
It was
tried
like
to turn
pop.
him into the new Justin Bieber.
Yeah, they tried to make me Justin Bieber.
Really?
Justin Bieber with a beard.
With Justin Bieber, well, I didn't have a beard back then.
No, you had the little handlebar thing.
I had handlebars.
That's worse.
But but the label was like, "Hey man, find a band real quick," and we just found just a group of guys just real fast. He's like, "The Warped Tour is in a month. You gotta find a band to back you." And so since then we have replaced, and Cody and I are still the only founding members.
Right on.
Besides that, this is again the best group. We've finally accumulated the best people we could.
I'll tell you a weird one. Playing a show of Fayuka, and it was at, what was that place called? It's on Elm Street. Can't think of the name of it.
Club Dada.
Okay.
And it was so weird.
and the
man.
lights turned
Yeah,
out?
the lights went off during their set. So we just finished playing.
We had made a drum circle.
Yeah, that's cool. It was so weird. And the lights went off, so all the power killed, like, I don't know, probably 10 minutes into their set. And, I mean, it was just storming, dude. It was just storming so bad.
That was them headlining. So we
Yeah.
had already played, and they played, and then 10 minutes and or 15 minutes or whatever, three or four songs into their set, the power cuts. And then, so we didn't know what to do, right? So we just go and we just start grabbing all the djembes and congas we can find and making a drum circle.
Really?
And then we did that for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Right.
Oh,
and
right
then
on.
everybody realized.
And everybody loved it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
great.
It was
That's
cool.
awesome.
But
'Cause
then
there's
everybody
no
realized,
electricity.
oh, the lights aren't
Yeah.
coming back on. We need to get out of here. And the thing is everything was like flooded outside.
They were about to
Really?
they were about to leave, and then when we started grabbing, percussion instruments, they stayed. And they
Oh,
were
right
like,
on.
"Oh, this is cool." And everybody just got on there and started beating
But it was
drum.
like flooding outside, and I'll never forget that show because I remember walking through like a foot of water to get to your car or whatever. I think we were in the Suburban back then. We still had the Suburban back then, right?
I don't care.
Yeah.
But dude, it was crazy. It was crazy.
We had that same show.
Well, who knows
We had
what
the same
beer
thing happen
quality-
in
Oh, yeah,
in
Rocket.
Martin House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had that Martin House show where
Oh,
the
Martin
power
House.
cut
Oh,
out.
that was a good one.
Yeah,
And,
Martin House.
We played at Martin House and the power blew on us, and everybody who was electric is no longer being heard.
You're dead.
This is the best.
Oh, wow.
This is
It was like,
this is a good
we
story.
Had, we
This is
had
a good
just
story.
written this song, and
Hard
Colton-
Times.
Hard Times, and Colton had done the lyrics to it, and like it gets to a bridge section where it starts very tribally, and it's very. Colton begins the section with
Lion King.
Lion King,
Right.
and like the power stopped at that exact moment where he just began this conga bongo
Which
thing.
worked out.
It worked out
It
great.
worked out perfect.
And-
He had to run a fucking freaking drum.
So I had to go figure out. Hold on now. I had to go figure out where
40 minutes.
we were playing at Martin House Brewery, and I didn't know where the power surges were, where even the outlets were. We'd already ran all this power, and the power cuts off. Something trips, so I have to go and find the manager and figure out where the breaker boxes are and things things like that. While they are, why are they
just rolling and just vibing?
So I have to, and Colton, you're also new to the band at this point. So I'm like, you guys just keep drum battling. Just keep drum battling.
We kept
And
it up for 10
I'm
minutes.
running off stage, figuring out the power source, and then I go and figure out the power source, and then finally it gets back on right whenever the vocals come back in, like, and we came back in right on time.
Yeah, but it was still a solid 10
That's
minutes while we
crazy.
were like trying to.
Oh
hunt down the
yeah, I
problem.
mean they went
Yeah,
longer, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Blood for days.
That's
I bet,
crazy.
dude. I bet. That was
But
crazy.
everybody was like, "Oh yeah," because we came in right on the one, man.
Yep,
right,
right
right.
on.
Yeah, you're like, we did that on purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at
It was actually cooler. That
Nobody
was
really
one of the
knew what
coolest
happened.
moments. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so cool.
Saves the day once again.
Right.
Following this guy's lead is champion.
I jumped around. I jumped off stage, dropped my guitar, said, "Where's the power source, manager?"
They're paying. We're just vibing, having fun.
What do we do?
So, any shows coming up? What's your next
I
show?
don't know if we have anything on the
We
books.
don't have
Well, we do have.
We have a tour coming.
Every year we play.
Just the keys.
We do have that, but every year, the St. Patty's Day Parade over there on Greenville Avenue,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Dallas. We play that every year, so we'll be. I'm pretty sure we'll be on that. I haven't got the details yet, but we do it every year.
I've lived
No, I
here
mean, we do
all
it
my
every year.
life and have never been to the St.
You need
Patty's
to come
Parade.
out, man.
We do it every year, and we've already we just haven't got the final
Yeah.
confirmation on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I want.
Last
Yeah,
year was my
now I
first
have a
time to
reason.
play with these guys, and I wound up busting butt on stages. It was an unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Too
usually.
many
I'll come
cables
check that
everywhere,
out.
too many beers flowing. And
I mean, I've been to the St. Patty's
found myself-
That's
Day
another.
Festival in Savannah, Georgia, but for some reason I've never.
That's another
It was a
funny
blast,
story on,
yeah.
on the St. Patty's Day parade.
Uh-huh.
Because we played it the past 3 years we played it. I've got my pedal board almost gets thrown up on, like somebody pukes on my pedal board.
It kind of seems like that would be the norm out there, though, right?
because there's no
You guys got
stage,
St.
because there's
Yeah.
people right in front of you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so last year I was like, I hope nobody throws up next to my pedal board.
and
And then sure enough, it wasn't too close like the time before, but it was very close. But yeah, everybody they line up and they do the parade, and we play on the rooftop of Sundown in Granada
Right on.
every year. So
Right on.
yeah, that should be
That
happening.
sounds
on
like a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll
great.
have to come out this year. I'll have to check that out.
fact. Yeah, it's great.
What is that, ZC tour? Or is that still
So
running?
that's in March. We're not doing the whole tour with them or anything like that, but we are doing the 21st through the 24th, I believe.
Right on.
And it's just gonna be some Texas shows.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Well,
gonna,
March 23rd we have to play at Texas Theater in Waxahachie.
I want to come out to that because I've been wanting to go out there and
Is
see
that
a
right,
show.
or-
I heard that place is pretty rad.
Newly renovated. That's all
Yeah.
we know. We hadn't been there.
So,
yet.
and that's where
Yeah.
we're from, and the Texas Theater is great.
Right
It
on.
was an old theater that's been renovated, and they throw shows on now.
Yeah.
So there's seats and everything, and balconies, and
Yeah.
it's nice.
They got
I mean, Waxahachie's pretty rad. I like it out there. Like
It's-
downtown,
it's
historic.
not bad.
downtown.
We did get shut down at one show before though
Uh-huh.
by Karen with the AK, a pink
What?
AK-47. I was
Oh,
like,
Dude,
Getting
wh-
political.
why
How
have
she-
you have you not written a song about that? Karen with the AK?
Well,
Dude,
dude,
that's
is
the
a great
name.
song.
That is.
That's a great
No,
song
what was
right
his name?
there.
The guy that was running. What was his name?
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto was running,
Yeah.
and he's playing. We're supposed to play an event for Beto whenever he was running at that time. Yeah.
But it wasn't. We didn't
wasn't
like.
part of
Well,
it.
we were
inform
across the
him,
street
though.
at the courthouse,
Right.
and then this lady comes out, and she's like, "Do you have a permit to play here?" I'm like, "Look, lady, we're just doing whatever the city told us to do. They wanted a band to play, and we're just doing whatever we're supposed to do." She's like, "I'm on the phone with the judge right now," and she starts getting upset. And our piano player underneath his breath says, "Oh, that's a Karen," and she, with her sonic hearing, heard that. And then she turns right around, blah, 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 and then somebody had to walk her off and be like, "Hey, calm down," you know. But yeah,
And she comes
that was a
back
crazy
to the
show.
stage though, and she's straps. And
Oh
she
my
has
God.
He had a pink camouflage AK
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep.
because there was a whole gun movement thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Beto
right, right.
and the political.
Yeah.
thing. We
It
were
was
just
like a
like,
whole
guys,
thing.
we're just trying to
We were just
jam.
trying to play, man. And then one of the cops or whatever that were there shut us down.
He was like, he
so
was
funny.
nice though. He was like,
he
dude,
was cool, but
you
he
got
went
yeah,
over
we're
to
getting
Jeremy.
like
Oh, I
girls
felt so
creating
bad for
girls
Jeremy.
creating a big problem.
Yeah.
We gotta shut it down.
Well, we'll be looking out for that new track by Burning Slow, Karen with the AK. I can't wait for that one. It's gonna be
That's a
rad.
great
Yeah.
name,
It is, dude. It kind of writes itself.
Karen with the AK. Look out for it.
So,
So Getting Higher is this other one.
Yeah. This is the next one I wanted to get into.
This one is kind of like a self journey itself because it takes so long to, some people find art and they can just take with it and run with it. But when you have like an idea or something like a vision that you're trying to go for, and you're trying to do something different and it gets a little weird, you have to go through this process where you have to eat, a lot of dookie to get to that next step. And this is kind of about that process of getting up the ladder into the, a higher capability of creating and a more open mind of, hey, we're finally doing this. We're starting to make moves. We're starting to come together and coordinate with each other. And, it's not even like trying at that point. It's almost like you just live with each other at that point. It's so weird. That's how this song... It's kind of about, though. It's kind of getting up to that next level.
Right on.
Right, and also the guitar solo in this song, y'all were like, I was like, man, I need to re-record. It was just one take, and I was like, I need to re-record this solo. They're like, no, man, just leave it.
Just leave it.
Just leave it.
There's also a video on YouTube of us.
Videos on YouTube.
Actually, we had Davo come in
Shout out.
and do the videography for it.
Really?
And,
right
we
on.
wanted to get Matt rocking the solo, and Matt was like,
I was like, I don't know what I play.
I don't know what I play. And so he had to relearn and figure out what he was playing.
So I'm still learning it.
And David was like, get your act together, brother. You do not know what you play. But
We'll have to check that out.
On YouTube if you like it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Well, yeah.
Heck
We'll
yeah.
hear it. This is Getting Higher, Burning Slow on Kick Push Radio.
Long ago, I couldn't pay the rent before I had a microphone or a time to spend. Feeling lost, I listened to advice, but I heard it all before and they ain't gotta tell me twice. But I just spitting, getting lit, and catching all the vibes. Finally healing, now we're chilling, living in the good life. The peace and love will always take you where you need to go. Gotta be uplifting even when you're low. I can't hire. Oh yeah.
All right, welcome back. Kick Push Radio. That was Getting Higher. That was such a rad song too. I love that beat on that one. I just noticed we got a message from a listener. This is like an hour ago, but I didn't look over at this computer. That's right.
That's okay.
We got a message from Maggie. Maggie said, "Oh my God, who's the drummer of that band? I want to have his babies."
Oh!
My wife is listening.
So Maggie wants to have your babies.
You got more kids coming. Brother.
So yeah, that was funny. Sorry, Maggie, I didn't see that before.
On Getting Higher, which song is it?
It was an
What's
hour
that?
ago.
It was an
Which
hour.
Oh
song?
no, the
it was
the
an hour
message
ago?
was like an hour ago.
Oh,
It
okay,
was
never
an
mind.
hour ago. So that was funny. That's
Still,
funny.
regardless.
So
He's in the doghouse.
we have about 20 minutes left of the show, but I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up and we'll say our goodbyes and everything. So thank you guys very much for coming on. I really appreciate it, especially coming all the way from the Waxahachie. That's a bit of a trek. I know.
At least
but,
you pronounce it right, man. It could be Waxahachie. Don't do
Or-
that. You'll get thrown in the dungeon.
Really? Is it that bad?
You say that in that place.
Waxahachie. Bad. So, where can people
Hey, just real
find
quick,
your music?
I
Yeah.
wanna say,
Sorry.
follow us on, find us on like Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that,
YouTube.
dude.
Jeez.
Dang it, Colton.
So I'm not in the doghouse tonight. Heather, baby, I love you so much.
Can we let the host do his
nobody's
job?
trying to get pregnant by me, baby. I love you. I love you.
Wow.
I'm happy tonight.
Good
boys.
damage control, Colton.
Yeah, I got you.
Good job, buddy.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can find us at Burning Slow Music. It's our tag. We're also on Spotify. We're on Apple Music, all the platforms, so you can find us there. And we're also announcing that we are working on an album.
Right on.
So, and that will be coming out sometime this year.
Right
So
on.
stay tuned for that.
Sweet.